So, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and girls, nerds, geeks, and otaku, welcome back and welcome home.
Let's go. We did it, boys. The one that's real.
Hooray.
That was fantastic. And of course, we're coming here from Anime NYC this weekend, having lots of fun and enjoying the convention. And today's guests, of course, are Abigail and Dirk Manning.
Hello.
And of course, they're not ready for primetime players. Tony, Nat, Mara, and
Hi.
Jordan, who's gone.
Konbanwa.
He did the Irish goodbye. We were just talking about that.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
It's like a certain wrestler came in and just took him away. Huh.
You know,
He'll return. He's gonna make a dramatic entrance.
we got to keep Evil Kip out of here.
No association, right? No association.
Oh, Jordan is back.
There he goes.
I'm not just saying that because he's wearing my shirt either. I'm just
there he goes.
Oh, there he is.
That was not a dramatic entrance. He should leave and make a dramatic one.
Yeah, Jordan, go away again.
No. Here, I'll make it more dramatic for you. Just hold this up.
There you go. He's sharing some
That's
hope now.
hopeful. That's not dramatic. That's hopeful.
That's very nice. Very nice.
Okay, what else do you want from me? Here.
I'll drive into.
He's got tons. Don't you look? Yeah, Jordan's got all kinds of good stuff, man. Don't pull his punk card. He'll win.
Yeah, he'll start.
He needs to
There,
power
Nathan.
drive into a stack of them.
There, Nathan. I took care of your bingo card.
Oh, that wasn't from a shelf. That wasn't from a shelf.
It was off the shelf.
I forgot
It was
in the bingo.
It was off the shelf.
Oh man! All right.
That's funny.
Folks, we are just coming back from Anime, and I can't even talk now. Anime.
We just came back from Anime NYC, where the Bin and Apple crew just experienced a wonderful 3 days of pure anime hype-filled adventure, featuring Tony, Ralph, Nat, Shen, and our special guest Abigail, who is up at the top right corner.
Yep, Abigail was there. Abigail, we'll start with you. Tell the people who you are, all the good stuff, and
Okay.
go ahead, go.
So my name is Abigail, also known as Mcheretic on social media. I have been cosplaying for roughly 6 years now. I discovered cosplay back in 2011. I was traveling with family. We stopped at a Chinese buffet. Blech, I can't speak. We stopped at a Chinese buffet. I spotted two girls in cosplay, got a picture with them. They were telling me about a convention just happening across the street. And that pretty much inspired me to start, hosting cosplay themed birthday parties like each year. And then 2017, I attended my first Comic-Con, Long Island RetroCon, at the Cradle of Aviation here on Long Island. And then I think since then, I started making more and more cosplays, because when I first started, I only did 1 or 2 cosplays a year. Let's see, after the pandemic, I started making up to maybe 10 or so cosplays a year, because I started making commissions, mostly props, armor, other like whatever's really neat. Like here's some what I do. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of off here.
And we got a good idea of it. Oh, yeah, I've seen that one before.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
that's
god.
in the past years. Like I don't like only attend conventions. I also go to like some charity events for like kids who have like cerebral palsy, as well as other charity events as well. I think when it comes to cosplay, it's like a positive outlet for pretty much any community, any like audience, pretty much, especially people who are on the spectrum like myself. So it's pretty much like cosplay is like pretty much my life because like I put like, you know, character like passion into what I do. So yeah, I love it. And I'm also
And we can
part
tell
of
you do.
some cosplay groups like the New York Fantastic Four. So yeah.
Yep.
Feel free to give us a follow.
Yeah, you're really delving into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I can say we can see the passion in the way you set up the costumes and the way you do your costuming, you know. And I love the way that, you know, when kids see you, because I know they light up, especially with your Transformers and your Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
You know,
especially
I love how you do with them.
yeah, like when around the time I first started cosplaying, like Transformers Prime Elita one, you know, the big build. Like I walk into the room and you like hear all the kids screaming, "Ah, it's a girl robot!" You know, and that's like pretty much the time I realized, you know, it's what I love to do. I love working with kids.
And that's a good thing. And then they light up, they look at you, they're like, oh my god, and you see all the little kids wanting to take pictures with you.
Yeah, it's like you don't see a lot of women in huge armor builds.
Exactly.
So yeah.
And that Alita one costume of yours is fantastic.
Thank you. She's
Kids
like
are great.
build,
Kids are
so
great. Yeah, kids are great. They like the same things we like. So
we all love Transformers.
We're
Transformers,
children
yeah.
at heart.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just blown away that you have the ability to do what you do, honestly. And I think the only thing that is bigger than that is there is not the talent you have in doing that, but that you dedicate doing this work to help, you know, people that could really use that in their lives. So huge kudos to you, not only for your skill, but just the fact that you're actually what you do to help make lives better for people like that. That's
There's
just
my
that's just super
casual
awesome.
right there on the screen.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That is amazing.
Isn't
My
that
goodness.
amazing?
Thank you. Yeah.
You give me a million years, a million tools, a million
Is that
pieces of
funny?
foam, latex, plastic. What I could never come close to what you do. That's incredible.
It's hard to get it to look so polished.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bodysuit. Like that's the base there. The like you have like the helmet and like a reflective mask, with a fan built like inside the helmet. You know, one of those. What are they? Those little LEDs. They're like
Right.
LEDs. I think they are. I always forget what they're called. But let's see. And the doors and the tires are held up with a harness that I really do need to tweak because after like half an hour to an hour, I tend to get sore and I take like a few minute break before I start walking around again.
Yeah, because it has to get hot in the summer, especially, and in the convention. Those conventions. Oh.
That's why I have the fan built in because it keeps fogging up in the mask and yeah.
That's very smart.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my friends, Angel TA2, suggested I put in a fan.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Like there are some areas that I'm still learning, you know, like my sewing skills are kind of limited, but I'm still learning. My strong point is like foam smithing in general.
Do you work on one outfit at a time, or do you have like? Because I hear some cosplayers say they have a few costumes that they're working on.
Not
And they just
so
bounce
much.
around.
Sometimes I do have like a couple projects in the works, but usually I just work on one project at a time, so I don't get too overloaded. So it doesn't end up being like an ADHD moment, like, oh, I have an idea, and just never.
We
really
know that
get
was
around.
moment. We definitely
My
know.
brother, he cosplayed. He never even been to a convention, and he cosplayed. I've never cosplayed except for Halloween. But he went to a convention. He cosplayed. He went as Wolverine. And he told me he told me that the worst thing was going to the bathroom, and I never even thought about it. But he said, yeah, when you go to the bathroom, you have to unzip and pull everything down.
Oh yeah, if he has like a
Use
whole
the
one-piece
bathroom.
bodysuit thing,
Yeah.
like yeah, that whole thing is going on the
I
floor.
never even thought of that. I mean, all these years, I was like, dang, what are these cosplayers doing holding up the bathroom?
Yeah,
I never even thought of it.
matter. Sorry, it shouldn't have to matter how inconvenient it may be. Please take frequent bathroom breaks. So you don't end up getting any special feelings later. And hydrate. That's very important. And eat. Very important at cons.
I think people forget all that at cons, because I know I do.
But don't eat at the con because the food is very expensive unless you bring your own.
Yep.
Like $8 for a hot dog, no thank you.
Like
$8. That's cheap nowadays.
$8 for a low-end hot dog.
Well, Anime NYC is good because they have their own vendors, so they're pretty good. Yeah. If you go to there, but if you go to the convention center, oh, forget it, man.
Yeah, the food there is really good.
Yeah. I just ain't paying $15 for a hot dog.
Yeah.
Kimchi dumplings. That was really good.
Oh yeah, the food at Anime NYC is just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the ramen. I always get the ramen. That's cool.
I had ramen for the first time in New York City, right by the Javits at New York Comic Con, actually. So, like real ramen, not like the 19-cent bag with like the powder in it.
Hey, you leave me alone.
We know.
Yeah, those get people through some hard times.
Hey, I ate that for years. I get it.
I still eat it.
But then I always thought that was what ramen was. Then like I saw restaurants, and I'm like, why would they make a restaurant of this? I'm like, oh wow, you can put like meat in it and stuff and make a real meal.
I think if you don't want to spend any money like getting food or something like that, it's always best to come prepared. I usually bring like a protein bar or drink with me through a con in case I don't find it. You know, just to get me through the day. It's always good.
Those little snacks are so important. All
have a big
the stuff you bring is so important.
Oh, I didn't bring no little snacks this year. This year I went full Spanish. I brought in a whole tostada, like whole sandwich style, just ground beef, avocados, lettuce, salad, rice, beans, all mashed up into one little torta así.
Did you bust out like the Tupperware? just
No, no Tupperware, just aluminum foil, man, going full class.
Nice.
All of us hungry.
Oh man. Okay, now that we're hungry, Dirk, and we need some hope, you know. Dirk Manning, tell everybody who you are. Tell them all the good stuff. Go for it.
Yeah, Dirk Manning, comic book writer, celebrating one of the books right there. Celebrating my wrapping up the 20 years of terror. This is my 20th anniversary as a published comic book writer.
Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. Right now we are about the halfway point, give or take, with Hope Volume 2. Hope. Yeah, I got the issue. The first one here is an example. We're on the screen. Latest Kickstarter. Really excited about it. We set a new creator-owned record on this one. We hit $10,000 in pledges in under 24 hours, which is a new record for mine for a creator-owned book, which is really, really blows me away. Hope is a book about a woman who moonlights as a superhero and what happens when she has to reveal her secret identity to protect her family during a car accident. Very dramatic book, very emotional book. This is Hope, I think, is the book that very much, I think, has been, I guess I would say requested, but perhaps demanded for a sequel more than anything else I've done since the first volume ended. So I'm really excited to be bringing back Volume 2 with Sally Scott on all the art duties. It's an emotional, very investing book, you know, very dramatic. And it's not a superhero book. It's a book about a superhero. And there's a very big difference there. I think most people know me primarily for my horror work, and were kind of surprised to see me doing a book about a superhero. And I said, "Oh, don't worry, this is still a Dirk Manning book." And they read the first 5 pages of the first issue, and like, "Oh my God, you're not kidding!" I'm like, no, I warned you. This is still the kind of vein of stuff I do, just a different take.
Nice. That
I
sounds
gotta
awesome.
say, it definitely is not. It's like it's funny because it's a superhero book, but it's not a superhero book. And
Right.
I think that's what I love about it. It's the fact that you go in and you're like, okay, it's a superhero book. And then as you read through it, you're like, wait, this isn't a superhero book. It's a book about a superhero, just like you said.
Yeah. I'm not bashing superhero books. And again, by the way, people can see more about the whole campaign by going to heroforhope.com. That'll take you to the Kickstarter. And the thing is, I'm not bashing superhero comics. I'm not like trying to make Hope look taller by making other books look shorter. Rather, there's a matter of being honest with people. Like, this is not a book about people in costumes punching each other out. It is not. But there are books like that are really good. Invincible, The Boys, 2 of my top 10 comics probably of all time. And that's what those books are. That's not what this is. Yes, there are people in costumes. Yes, they have extraordinary powers. But this is really a book about the tagline on this book, volume 1 especially, was some villains can't be punched. Right? You can't. What Julie Lavelle, what Hope deals with, is not necessarily inherently the threat of supervillains. It's children's services. When and this is not spoiling much, but at the end of the first chapter, they take away your daughter.
Yep.
It's about the media. It's about public perception and about how people treat her upon finding out that she chose to still do her superheroic acts, but not register. Even though you weren't required to register, she didn't. So this is very much a book about systems, and about this character trying to navigate through a very complex system and doing what she knows was in her mind the right thing to do. And what happens when that kind of backfires pretty dramatically. Yeah, so then in volume 2, though, to that point, to that superhero trope a little bit, we do start to see in volume 2, and you can even scroll down, you'll see it as well, a lot more of the villains are starting to come after her now. And we see that a little bit in volume 1. Now all the villains know who she is, that she has a family. Her husband's in a coma. Her daughter's been taken by children's services. And it gets even more intense. And volume 2, for people that have read volume 1, picks up immediately where volume 1 left off. Because volume 1 left off on a certain amount of I guess it's fair to say a cliffhanger. I mean, volume 1's a complete story in of itself, but there's a little twist at the end that kind of blew people's socks off. Volume 2 very much addresses that.
Dude, this book has been in the waiting. That's why a lot of people are going crazy for it. I gotta say, like, they were already like picking stuff up with you at the convention because you had some single issues there that people were interested in.
Yeah, New York Comic Con, we had the first 2 issues as a preview before we went to the whole graphic novel on Kickstarter. People were just like, I can't wait. I need some right now. So yeah, what you just saw there was all the villains and stuff like that. And then, so we got Ms. Zero Chill, Codebreaker, Lady Tokyo, Maiden Hell, Wildflower, and then we got Mr. Metal in the center, and then Painkiller. Those are some of the final bosses, like generals, I guess, for lack of a better word. In the world of Hope, most of the people that have superpowers, the ultras, are women. The vast majority of people that have powers are women. And I know you're scrolling on stretch goals. We actually, earlier today, I haven't had a chance to announce it officially yet, unlocked the 7th stretch goal. So anybody that orders the book will get the Kickstarter exclusive hardcover. And then from there, they will also get, with their hardcover, a sticker, a bookmark, because I'm a big bookmark junkie, a book plate signed by me, signed by Sally Scott, the artist, a remark sketch on the bookmark on the book plate by Sally, and now the Kickstarter exclusive hardcover, and that's kind of what Jordan was showing earlier with Volume 1, is going to have an exclusive wraparound cover exclusive to the version of the book you get on Kickstarter.
Man, you really go out there with these stretch goals, which is one of the things I love about you, Dirk.
Well, it's my pay it forward, right?
Mhm.
That's kind of what I do. I really appreciate people supporting these books and things like that. And if I can give people a bunch of free stuff as a thank you for pre-ordering the book and giving them an exclusive edition of the book, that's what I want to do, you know. So it's really my pleasure and my honor. And these are things that are Kickstarter exclusive. You won't get these. If you don't support the Kickstarter, you want to get Hope later, you'll go get a trade paperback, but you won't get the cool hardcover with the book plate, with the exclusive art on it, with the remark, or with the bookmark, and all the other cool stuff that we unlock with it. Next, we'll be working towards unlocking a bonus making of book, like process stuff, scripts and character designs and things like that.
Oh, those are the fun stuff.
Oh yeah. So all you
Yeah,
writers
I
out
love
there,
process
you comic creators out there, that's the one you want. And so make it get to 14,000.
Yeah, oh, it'll get there. It will get there.
I you know, from your lips to God's ears, right? Yeah, but yeah, from my right or wrong people out there, right? It's more process stuff.
Exactly.
Right? You know, you can see the character design. You see some
See, somebody thinks it's good.
Yeah.
Hey, thank
Someone's
you.
excited.
I hope the pledge.
He's got a lot to say.
Yeah, then we got the add-ons and stuff too. You know, we have the Give Me Everything pledge, which gets you both book volume 1 and volume 2, the shirt, the pin, everything. You know, or you can just add different things onto your pledge. One of the more popular ones I think right now is the I'm New Here Too, which gets you volume 1 and volume 2 if you're new to the series at a bundled price with all the stretch goals. But like you said, I mean, my Kickstarters are really about paying it forward to everybody. You know, I do not lose sight of the fact that we had $10,000 in pre-orders and pledges in under 24 hours. That's amazing, and that's something that everyone that's testament to everybody else, right? I can't do that myself.
Yeah,
Kickstarter doesn't even let you back your own books, you know. So
it's kind of mean sometimes, but yeah, that also says that people are.
You know, that's the thing. I've talked about this before. You know, Kickstarter is a very transparent process, right? And it takes a lot of bravery. And again, kind of go back to what I think the cosplay, right? Once you make your cosplay costume, you go out there, you're out there.
Yep.
It's the same thing with a Kickstarter. Once I put a book on Kickstarter, hit launch, it's out there. If it gets one backer or it gets 1 million, it's all in the eyes of everybody right now. You know, and I'm always very grateful that people support the work of myself and my collaborators as much as they do, because again, there's no hiding it. It's either going to go or it's not going to go. And I'm just very grateful that people choose to support the work. And in turn, I like to pay it forward to everybody with giving them as many cool stretch goals as I can, giving as many opportunities to get the stretch goals too. Even if you just want the volume 2 hardcover, you get all the stretch goals.
Yep.
You want the hardcover and volume 1, you get all the stretch goals, right? You want to be drawn into the book, you get all the stretch goals. You know, so I really try to make it as accessible for everyone, so that everyone gets a chance to jump into this and join the stretch goal party, get the big box of Dirk, right? Get all the stuff they want.
You do make it so much easier than most people do to get everything.
Well, again, you know, I'm sometimes the bane of my publisher's existence, because I'm not doing this to make a ton of money. I'm using this to get the book out there and reward the people that support it up front.
Right.
You know, I'm not trying to do super expensive books and things like that. I'm trying to make it as accessible. I offer free U.S. shipping on my work. I can't to Canada and other parts of the world. International shipping is too expensive. But anything you order on my Kickstarters, I'm holding the line as hard as I can, as long as I can, to do free U.S. shipping. And stay in touch with people along the process, you know. And again, you know, you get the exclusive version of the book that will never be made again. If we sell 300 hardcovers through this campaign, we'll print a little more than 300, and that'll be it. I'll keep a couple for extras for damages, a couple for the team. It's limited edition. You won't be able to go to stores and get the hardcover unless the store orders at the retail pledge level, which some stores do. They'll order a couple copies of the hardcover to have. But after that, once the campaign's done, the hardcovers are off the books. You either get the collector's edition of the book or you don't. At a heroforhope.com.
That is the way to go. See, and I like that you do that. I like that there's two different versions. There's the Kickstarter version, and there's the version that you get later on. Because some people just like mix them up.
Well, yeah, and like, don't get me wrong. Like when I did the Right or Wrong campaign, I wasn't going to do like a deluxe hardcover of Right or Wrong. I mean, that just seemed a little excessive, but I did give people exclusive stuff they could get with it. With my graphic novels, I like doing it this way. I'm a book guy. You can see in my office, I'm surrounded by books, right? And it's fun to get like a first edition hardcover from authors you like, so that this is just my way to do that for people. And there's a whole creative team: Sally Scott, Dave Lentz, Drina Joe. Again, equally important to the success of this book, because Volume 1 of Hope, we set, I'm just keeping it real. We set a very high bar. I knew with Volume 2, we had to match it or exceed it. With this team on this book, I think we actually exceed Volume 1. I think people are going to get to the end of Volume 2, and I might have to go into hiding after Volume 2 is done, or just like tell people, I promise I promise we're going to, don't worry. I can't say there'll be more per se. I don't want to necessarily. I'll just say that I might have to go into witness protection after the end of Volume 2 and leave it at that.
Oh dear.
It's intense. The end of Volume 1 is really intense. The end of Volume 2, I think, tops the end of Volume 1. And I've known the end of Volume 2 since when I started writing the end of Volume 1. So I've been waiting to get to this moment.
That's what it is about being creative. Sometimes you please the fans, and other times you can please them, but you gotta like try to pick a fight with them too. Just keep them on their toes.
Well, yeah, and I'm a horror guy, right? So I live for that shock and that twist, and getting people riled up. Not cheap, not in a way that's just inflammatory, but I write a story a certain way. And like I said, Hope's a Dirk Manning book, and you're going to see that when you read it, that it's going to grab you by the heart and then rip it out.
Fatality.
Yeah. Finish him.
I got this from Dirk at New York Comic Con. It's really cool.
Right on.
And he signed it. So I don't know if you can see the signature, but
other way. There you go. Yeah. See, really, Haunted Highlands is different. That was a really fun book.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was great.
Thank you. Well, I tell people, like, read Cthulhu, The Adventures of Cthulhu Jr. and Friends, or read Haunted Highlands after you read Hope. There you go, Jordan. His whole altar. Because after you read Hope, you need something to like cheer you up almost, because Hope is so intense.
It's kind of like that little hit of Xanax after like a really bad incident.
Yeah, they'll kind of perk you up a little bit. Like, oh, okay.
Do you know what surprised me? So I'm in Staten Island. We have a really, really small comic book store. It's called Hypnotronic Comics. It's great. But I pre-ordered all my books there and everything.
Yeah.
They had a copy of Cthulhu Jr. on the shelf. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I remember you sending
a picture. I'm like, do you know how small that store is? I was
that's a good store. They got good taste. Yeah. Cthulhu Jr. did exceptionally well for us. And again, with the Kickstarter, we offered like plushies, and then we had like that one right there, right? And we had some left over for a little while, but then those sold out, right? So that's the thing, doing this for 20 years, in the last couple of years especially, whether it be the Tony Schiavone book, which is a biography based on the announcer from All Elite Wrestling, or The Adventures of Cthulhu Jr. and Friends, which was an all-ages horror book, or Hope, a book about a superhero, or Haunted Highlands, which is like an adult Scooby-Doo, branching out and doing a little bit more variety of stuff, but it still all reads like a Dirk Manning story. That's what is my goal. You can read Cthulhu Jr., you can read Haunted Highlands, you can read Tales of Mystery, you can read Nightmare World. Some of the new stuff coming out, it'll read like a Dirk Manning book. That's always my goal. So even though people are like, I don't know if I want to read Cthulhu Jr., that looks like an kids book. I'm like, it's all ages. You and I will read it. We'll get something different out of it than a little kid. And the adults reading like, oh my God, that was really funny. Thank you. Or Hope. Oh, I don't know if I like superhero books. You like my other stuff? Give Hope a shot. You'll like it. Haunted Highlands. Oh, I'm not really into the music of Twisted. You don't have to be. It's like an adult Scooby-Doo. It's fun. Read it. Try it. You like it. And again, I'm fortunate for the most part they do. That's awesome. The store carried it. That's super.
Yeah, that was a
There's Jordan. Walter. Yes.
Yep.
I
Jordan's
bet
got.
you I got more Dirk Manning books than you do. No, I don't.
Jordan might have more than me almost. You know, it's like he rolls deep.
Yeah.
I was just like looking at the shelves. Shelfies, not selfies.
Mm-hmm.
Shelfies.
I'm all about shelfies. All about shelfies. But yeah, so with Hope Volume 2, like I said, there's 17 days left. Anybody who pledges for at least a hardcover gets all the stretch goals. There's still some opportunities to be drawn into the book if you really want to treat yourself. You can get both volumes of the book if you're new to the series. You can just get Volume 2. Again, I just want to do something to make it accessible to anyone that wants to check out some new creator-owned work can jump in at a level to their comfort at aheroforhope.com.
There you go, folks. You know where to go. HeroForHope.com.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun. And then after
All right.
this, we got, we'll take a little break for the holidays and then jump into 2024 with all kinds of other new cool and exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yes,
trying to
indeed.
type a link in the chat. I'm not very. There you go.
That's
Bam.
right. Dirk's in the chat too, because he was saying hello to Grant before.
That's multitasking.
I tried, but it wouldn't let me post the link. There you go.
Mhm.
Yeah, because if you post the link, it's better than if I post the link.
It wouldn't let me put it in there. It said it failed.
Oh, that's
You're
weird.
trying to promote things
And
the
I'm having
creator
issues
does
over
not
here.
want
Let's
to
see if I
promote.
can get it in there.
There we go. Let me try again. Nope. I could try this.
Why are you trying to post some illegal sites, Mr.
Now I'm like on a mission. I'm like, hold on. I'm gonna get this.
These are some mighty illegal sites, aren't they?
I just a Kickstarter. Well, anyway, a hero for hope. Oh, there you go. There you go. The Midnavel got me covered. Thank you, Ralph. So yeah, I mean, I don't have as much talent as say someone who can do amazing cosplay. I just bang on a keyboard until the red squiggly line disappears and I go to the next one.
Dirk, in all fairness, I feel like your persona at the cons is amazing cosplay.
Well, hey, look, I know I'm gonna get a T-shirt and a baseball hat right now because it's like a holiday week, and I'm just trying to take it off right. Or we got the Jordan's hoodie. When I go to a con, and I'm sure you can relate to this too. I'm in work mode. You
Yep.
know, you're not allowed to have bad days at work. You go in there, and it doesn't matter if you had food poisoning the night before or your goldfish caught on fire or whatever. Sometimes people show up and they get 5 minutes with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can only give people 5 minutes, and I want them to have a genuine, authentic, and pleasant experience for that. Same as when I get to go meet people I like. When I'm working a show, I hardly ever get to get away from my table. But if I get a chance to go break away and see someone that maybe I'm a fan of, you want to savor that moment and make that an authentic, real, and exciting and engaged moment. I'm sure it's the same with cosplay, to be fair. I mean, when you walk around the costumes, like we were talking about, you're talking about when you see the kids and stuff like that. You can't be like, just give me 5 minutes, kid. Like,
No.
Dude, 5 minutes for a kid is like a year.
Yeah.
Right. Like, get away.
Are we
Get
there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there?
Optimus Prime told me to leave.
Where's RC? Where's RC?
Abigail, so how is it for you when you need a minute to yourself?
Like, how do you mean?
Well, Dirk was talking about the fact that, and I know that you're in costume, and I've seen it. The people go crazy. They want to take pictures. They want to meet leader one. What happens if you need a moment?
It varies from costume to costume, I think. Like with Alita 1, like I get stopped every step I take. Can I get your photo?
Yeah.
Can I get your photo? When I first debuted her last anime NYC, it took like maybe 5 hours to get from one side of the continent.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
At one point I started getting sore from it, but it was worth it, Yeah.
And that's
That's
that
the
moment for
feeling.
everyone. Everyone gets
Yeah.
that moment,
Yeah.
When I'm behind my table working and I see certain people in cosplay walk by, I'm like, oh my God, I need a photo of that. And I feel bad because it's like, pardon me, can I get your picture?
Yeah, and then some of them are just like, ugh, fine, or like some don't even stop. And I get it. Like walking around a con is hard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even when I'm like rushed to be like, somewhere else at a certain time, I still get stopped. Like I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude, but I'm late for something. But that's what I'm thinking of in my mind anyway. But I don't want to be rude, so I just kind of risk like maybe a few seconds to a minute of, giving them what they want.
Yeah,
I
I've seen
mean-
people ask cosplayers like while they're eating. I'm like, come on, man, just give them a minute.
Yeah, seriously, that's messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I like being stopped. I mean, just Sunday alone, we were walking around with a board for people to write on, and
It was like
we
that
were
one.
getting stopped everywhere.
It was
just
like
for
that
that.
one year at NYCC. It was like that. I was entering my spiral in a spiral from X-Men.
Yeah.
With the 6 arms. I was supposed to be heading. I was supposed to be on my way to a contest. So I'll lose one of my live streams. Sorry, I get distracted. Like I had to be escorted there because I had to be there at a specific time, and people were still stopping me for photos. So I didn't get many as for that time because I was rushed.
I think it
it's
was
always
the
nice
first.
to have a handler, somebody to escort you somewhere so you don't get all like stressed out.
Right. I think it was the first C2E2.
Yeah.
That they in like
They-
Artist Alley, they had like in every row they had like one where there would be an Artist Alley table. They didn't have one, and it was a cosplay photo section. So like if a cosplayer was in that row, you had to get pictures. They were like, "Oh, come over here," and you can get a picture in like that spot. So it wasn't like it was like a designated spot. So you know that you want to get pictures, stand there for a minute, and then they could move on with their day and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of photographers do that. Like they're professionals. Like they look for like a specific lighting. Like they're always like, here, I want you to do this, do that. Here, stand here. Lighting's better over there. Like there are photographers too that aren't really photographers, that they're just being, if you know what I mean, without
Creepy.
being, yeah, creepy. I couldn't think of an alternate word for creepy, but yeah, there are a lot of photographers that are like that. Like there are very like touchy quote unquote photographers, but they're not really supposed to do that. There's one photographer I know who is, professional. Like, he'll like show you like how to do a certain pose, like here, stand here, do this, do that, do the other thing. And that's pretty much what photographers are supposed to be like, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they know what they want. They every good photographer, as they start to do this stuff, knows exactly what the picture they're looking for, and they study their subjects so they can understand which way to capture them the best way.
It's literally their job to make you look good.
Exactly.
If they make you look bad, then they're bad at their job.
Exactly.
Well, right, everyone
Hey,
fails,
wait a
right?
minute.
That's why I don't do photos, right? It's like I don't want anyone to feel like they're not doing their job well. Just cover up. I cover up. It's easier.
Mata, are you trying to say something?
I said what I said, all right?
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
so I vote to kick Mata out of the group again.
Ooh, no,
Have the referendum.
no.
We like
Yo,
Mata.
I said what I said. I'd rather take a good photo instead.
There you go.
That was terrible.
I am being personally
Oh, man.
attacked.
Oh, boy.
Gendered.
Oh,
I feel like that needs to go on the
Oh,
bingo
God.
that like once every stream I personally attack Nat because that's just what happens.
We will have a new bingo card come January.
I
Do not fret. We will
That
have a
needs to
new
be on
bingo
there.
card.
Let's go.
Those are great photos.
Yeah.
I'll pretend I have bad internet so you can check it off in the bingo card.
Oh, my internet's really bad today. So
Oh, that's
There you go.
Ralph's internet isn't part of the bingo card. Jordan's is.
Mm.
yeah, you're gonna come across the live stream or two on my profile, like once a
Nice.
week. Gaming,
That's really good. Nice.
fun.
yeah, I love when you do the gaming. It's I find it relaxing to like let it play in the background and listen to you play.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have this nice relaxing voice. So I'm like, okay, cool. I can deal with this. This is good background stuff. And then you're usually playing something that I played a while ago.
You like a relaxing voice. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man. So, Abigail, I know you do a lot of things. I know you're an artist as well, because you have to be. Let the people know what else you do.
Let's see. I come from a family of artists. My grandfather was an artist back in like 70s and 80s.
Mhm.
Little history behind that. Like these days, I do like mostly like anime, manga style art. I do digital art as well. I do stop motion animations as well. I started like in like mid-teens with like cut out like Bristol paper markers. What else? They're like shorts that are like maybe a few minutes long, like maybe 20 minutes long, 10-20 minutes long.
That's a lot of work for stop
lot of work.
motion.
Yeah.
That's like days worth of work right there.
With them, I've
And those are online somewhere, or?
Yeah, they were on my YouTube, but I transferred them over to my Rumble account, IMDb. What else? I've entered them in contests as well. One of them, I won an award for at the Long Island International Film Expo.
Nice.
Thank you. It was like back in 2018, I think. High Intensity was like, if you look at my animations, High Intensity was the one that won the award.
Oh, cool.
LIFE for short. What else? Like these days, I haven't really done as many animations, although I would love to get back into it again. Because I'm like mostly busy with cosplay stuff.
Oh, you can see it by just
I actually got to meet Don Duga himself when I was like 9, I think. I took some classes with him. That's one reason why I got inspired to do animations.
We all love animation here, so.
Recently, I think he died a couple of days. He died a couple of days ago. So, like, if you don't know who Don Duga is, like, he's the original artist for like Frosty the Snowman. Last Unicorn was another one I think he did.
Yeah, the Rankin Bass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
A lot of beautiful. He has a lot of beautiful work. It was sad to hear, that he passed away.
That's legit.
Yeah,
that blows me away. When I was younger, I wanted to get into movie special effects, but I realized it's like I just don't have that skill set with my hands, so I end up getting into writing more. So that's cool. That's really cool. I'm gonna look that stuff up.
Yeah. I still have a rock that he photographed from.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah. Forgot about that.
It's always great to meet people that are inspiring or we love the work that they've done. And I think that's one of the best things about being a geek and being in the con circuit is that you do actually get to meet a lot of these people.
Yeah. This year. Yeah, especially this year. Like I got to meet, what's his name? Shamik Moore and Chris Evans. Let's see, over the past few years, I think I've also met Johnny Young Bosch, James Arnold Taylor. Who else did I meet? George Newbern, another one I met. Keith Williams. I know Keith Williams as well. He's
we love Keith Williams. He's one of our favorites. Well, as usually where I run into you is at the Keith Williams table.
Johnny Young Bosch is awesome too. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. I've known like a couple of the celebrities for voicing like Final Fantasy characters since.
Oh, we love Final Fantasy.
I love Final Fantasy.
Yep.
A relationship with Final Fantasy.
I ain't lie, Final Fantasy VII was the first video game to make me cry.
And now we get to see it in 4K next year.
Oh no!
Yeah,
no.
maybe.
Oh.
As much
that's cool though about Comic Cons. I tell people all the time, it's like Comic Con's one of the last places that if you like someone's work, you can just go up and talk to them.
Yeah.
Even for a minute. whether there be a a movie star that's there, a writer, an artist, cosplay. You can go up and just talk to them, and it's such a cool experience.
I mean, if you ask me, that sounds pretty familiar.
Yeah, exactly. Jordan getting to walk up and show me his Tales of Mcheretic tattoo. I was like, oh my god, I almost started crying. Like, it's incredible.
Yep.
Like, I mean, even if you can't buy stuff, it's always cool just to tell people, yo, I loved your work, or I grew up reading
Right?
this. It means a lot to them, more than
Yeah,
you know.
you will make someone's day
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Years ago, I got to meet Ralph Macchio and tell him that,
Nice.
the Karate Kid, and he was so grateful. He was so generous. And I was telling him, I said, the first Karate Kid movie, especially, and the second one, and I was talking to him about like how much I love those movies. Like, yeah, who knew that all these years later, these movies would have such an impact? And it was cool for me because he was so cool about it. But you could tell he was genuinely excited to hear that that people still like. And this is before Cobra Kai came out and they had the big resurgence and stuff like that. But absolutely. Even as creative, we're still fans of other stuff.
I mean, artists are in their own little worlds, they're in their own little bubbles. They really don't know how much people like appreciate, the things that they do. So it's always great to tell them. I see VTubers, I'll be like, hey man, your stuff is awesome. Just tell them that,
Absolutely. That's one of the best things you can do to help any, I think, creative is, share their posts, talk about their work, promote it, tell people that you like it, tell people why you like it, right. Rock the shirt, things like that, just spread the love on it. I mean, it makes a big difference.
I think one of my favorite stories is we were at what the hell is that con called? The one Wizard Con. We were at Wizard Con and Henry Winkler was there, and Yasma was a big fan of Henry Winkler, and she was like, "Oh, I can't go talk to him." So I went over to Henry and I was like, "Dude, she's a big fan. She's been watching your show since she was really little, And he's like calling her over. He's like, "Oh, come, And she's like, no. And then Henry just snaps his finger and points on the floor for her to come over, and she just runs over. He Fonzied her, and she came right over, and then he had a conversation with her.
He's the best, man. I mean, he's one of the coolest celebrities. I hate to use the word cool because of Fonzie, but he's
I mean, that is accurate though.
Really cool. He's really cool,
I'll never forget. Like, I saw him at a Wizard show one time too, and the line was long. And he went back and he was talking about like, I'm going to get to all of you, I promise. And you saw a young man with disabilities, and he goes, "Hold on." He goes, I'll let you all know, I don't want him to have to wait. And he went over and just talked to him and stuff like that. And he gets why he's there. He's so gracious. He's so kind. And that's it. I mean, we're all people, man. But for him to take that time and get while he's there. Henry Winkler, forever, man. I love doing his father back in the day, and he just continues to be one of the coolest dudes.
He does, yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah, it's because of Dirk that I got to meet Tony.
Oh, Tony Schiavone, yeah.
I was about to say, you see Tony every week.
Yeah, you and Tony.
Not that one.
We've been doing so many shows. I don't remember if I met Dirk. Is this possible?
The one over there on the shelf.
If Dirk was on the show, Dirk was like, "Jordan, you need to be on the show. You need to meet Tony." I don't know.
Okay. Tony, you're welcome.
Okay. So for those that don't know, I've gone on Facebook posts to say this. Me and Dirk go back a long time. I go to a convention not too far from my house called Anna Marathon, and he just happened to be a guest there. Didn't know who he was. Went to go check out his stuff. And now we're over 10 years.
Oh,
crazy!
Wow.
Friends forever.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
It's also because he gets all my money, but
I appreciate it. It helps support making more stuff.
So is this like a financial kink situation? Like what's the deal here?
Listen, man, he had a $250 statue.
No, like Jordan, if I'm not mistaken, you had not really bought comics before, right?
No, I didn't get into the big name stuff. I got in. You were the very first person I ever came to.
Right. It was just a situation where I never hard sell anybody, but Jordan came by the table. He was looking at my stuff and "This is what I do." We just talked about it a little bit. He goes, "Oh, this one sounds cool." Picked it up.
I go back to him and bother him every year since.
bought more ever since. #1 backer on several of the Kickstarters,
And I would have kept it too if you wouldn't have messed the Kickstarter.
Whoa, he's
Oh.
pointing
Oh
fingers
my
now.
goodness.
that no one was more bothered by that than me with Hope Volume 2. We were supposed to launch on Halloween, but there was a glitch in the 30-day campaign.
Turned
registered
into
as a
20
hour campaign. It was like, you're doing a 30-hour campaign? That's new.
Yeah, I was
"Wait,
like,
what are
hey,
you talking
Dirk,
about?"
what is this?
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, what? It was still
How
got
do
funded
they?
in
I
5
don't think
hours.
they let people do 30-hour campaigns.
Weren't you also going to fund either way, though?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
actually got
we
funded in
already
5
funded.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
already
but
funded.
the thing is, now I want to do a 24-hour campaign or like a 36-hour. I want to do a real short one just for fun. But the thing with that is people have to know going in it's going to be that short, right? And I wanted people to unlock as many stretch goals as they could on this one. Because I thought about it, I'm like, well, we got funded in 5 hours. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, we're funded. Do I cancel a funded campaign? I'm like, but I talked to Kickstarter and stuff, but we couldn't fix it because we got funded. You know, we launched and funded so fast.
Mhm.
So when we relaunched it, I'm like, oh my God, I totally screwed this up. This is going to be a mess. We relaunched it a week later, and then we got funded in 2 hours.
Nice.
So it kind of worked out. But yeah, that was a pretty stressful 24 hours there where I'm like, oh my God, what do we do?
Dirk
Yeah.
Manning,
Jordan, you're still number 1.
24-hour
You're still
pin
number
set
1 technically
campaign.
because you were number 1 on Hope 2 because you were the first one before
Yep.
we relaunch it.
Yep.
24-hour Dirk Manning pin campaign. That's
So
all I'm
yes.
saying.
So yes, people, it is because of him that I do have as many comics as I do now.
Appreciate it.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
With that,
He said blessing and a curse.
I tell people all the time, being a writer is not a job; it's a curse.
Exactly.
Well, because I got into yours first, and then I was like, hey, look, something called Source Point Press. What is this? And then I found out about Garrett, and I found out about Dan, and I found out about Rich. And
Dirk was like your gateway. Dirk was like a gateway drug, huh?
Yeah, I was about to say that. You stole the words from my head.
Listen, man, this shelf is almost full. Not only that,
Better get
but
more shelves.
oh god.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
I also have this.
Yeah, the mug.
No, the metal print.
Oh, the metal print. Yeah. Sorry. It was small on my screen. Yeah, the twisted metal print. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Super limited edition. I'm close to filling up a spinner rack of my own work, and that's gonna be pretty
Nice.
wild. You know.
I have a bookshelf of over half your work.
Yeah, I know. It's 20 years in the game, and I still got stuff to do. So
Yep, just like
people can start their own bookshelves at aheroforhope.com.
just like a certain Western next year.
Oh, I can't wait.
Is Jordan leaking information that should be classified?
No.
Mm.
He's already
No, I
gone.
did announce it. We were going to do it this year, but again, the timelines got all screwed up.
But if Ralph would like a nice segue, the artist that is doing that book has another book on Kickstarter right now.
Yes. Les Garner, we're doing a werewolf western called Homestead. They'll be launching on Kickstarter next year. And people will understand soon why things got reshuffled. There's a major horror book I'm doing coming out that I haven't announced yet, which is killing me because it's almost totally drawn. But I'm on an NDA, but we had to kind of reshuffle the schedule a little bit to make everything work. But Les Garner is doing Homestead with me, which is a werewolf western coming out next year. And oh man, y'all ain't ready for what that book's going to be bringing.
My wallet isn't either.
That's a good jumping off point for me. Now that I've done the tease, I should probably bounce. But
all right, Dirk.
Could you at least
Yeah,
tell us where we can find you online?
Know where they can find you and stuff, so they can find.
Yeah, totally. If you go to heroforhope.com, you can back the Kickstarter for Hope Volume 2. Otherwise, my website is dirkmanning.com. You can sign up for a monthly newsletter there. I'm on most social media at Dirk Manning. Look for the picture of the guy at the top hat and the scarf, like on Jordan's hoodie. So Instagram, Facebook, Lord help me, even Twitter. And again, there's 17 days left on Hope, heroforhope.com. If you want the Kickstarter exclusive hardcover edition of the book, that is the way to get it. I encourage that. That's the only way to get all the stretch goals. That's the only way to get the hardcover. And like I said, we've unlocked 7 stretch goals and counting. So thanks to all of you. And thank you guys and wonderful ladies and peoples for your amazing, amazing continued support as well. Not only myself, but of independent creators everywhere. So yeah, much love. Much love.
Dirk, you know, you're always welcome here. You always you always got a spot here if you want to go geek out. So
I appreciate it. I look forward to that soon. We have to come on and just chop it up and talk about geek pop culture stuff. But
exactly.
I gotta run for now. But thank you again, friends. I appreciate you. It's good seeing all of you. Nice meeting you. Nice seeing you. Hereforhope.com, and we'll be talking soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Good
Dirk.
night.
Thanks,
Later.
everybody.
Bye.
All right.
So
And then
yeah,
there was 6.
Yep.
All right, so Abigail, I know there's one story that we need to hear from you, and we were gonna start it off yesterday when we were talking to you at the interview, but I will have you talk about it now, which is how did you get your name, Mcheretic?
Oh, long story with that. Where do I start with that? It was, I think it was back in the 1990s while chat rooms were still available, I think. I don't know. I was not born around that
I
era.
remember those chat rooms, yeah.
It was my parents' handle, and then I took over because I just thought of a full name, I guess. Like sometimes for short on social media, I would be called like Mchert or something. Like short for Mcheretic.
Because it's as many letters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was a live stream, and I could only fit so many characters
Interesting.
in like one like name or something like that for a game. So I guess that's how like Mchert became a nickname for Mcheretic. And sometimes I just it's like sometimes people would just pronounce it like MC Heretic or MC Heretic or something like that. So, Mcheretic or something like that. Sometimes I just tell people like, you know, Mcheretic like McDonald's.
McNugget.
Yeah, McNugget. That's another nickname. It's another nickname of mine on social media. McNugget.
I call my cats McNuggets because they're orange.
Cute. It must be nice to have a cat again.
They're so
because it's such a great name, and it feels like you're sitting there going, okay, so did something happen? Is that why she a heretic?
Yeah, it's my parents actually made that name up. I didn't. I just kind of stole a name.
That's what we do as kids.
Yep.
Yeah, because like I took over Mom's Instagram. I think it used to be hers before I took over, like 2019. I think, like around the point, like before I got into social media, people were asking at the cons, "Do you have Instagram? Do you have like a social I can follow you on?" And I was like, "No." And then you know I got like a little weary with social media at the time, and people are like trying to like you know tag me and post like why can't I tag you? Why can't I share this with you? It was private at the time, so I just made it you know open to the public.
And they gave you the account.
And that's when I took over the account.
Best
ever.
You know, it kind of explains also, you know, how you need to be as a cosplayer, because we see that all the time, or we do it all the time as well. You know, we see cool cosplay, we want to make sure to tag the person because you know, they need to get credit.
Yeah, because there's like most of the people that I come across, they don't really ask for a social, I guess. And so I'm forcing myself to just give out like my social cards. Like, oh, do you have, you know, a social here? Here, take my card. Tag me. So I remember.
That's exactly what it is now. You know, you run into people, and I feel like it makes it easier, at least, that somebody will come up to you right away and go, "Oh, by the way, here's my Instagram." I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
Saves you a lot of trouble.
Oh, it's nice that Instagram has that like QR code thing that comes up on your phone screen so that people can just scan that from your phone to their phone, and it's like you don't even have to give them a card anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, that's too. I hardly ever use that.
Oh,
Because they have to have your phone.
Yeah, because then I would have to have my phone open or whatever.
I get you.
Armor
I
does
just
not have pockets.
No.
Completely
I
get
didn't
you.
know Instagram had a QR code. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's only for business profiles, but if you go to your
Mm.
profile on your phone, there should be like a share profile thing, and it brings
Yeah.
up a QR code.
Yeah.
It
I know
saves
it's
so much time
on
where
the
it's
Bitten
like
Apple business account.
you don't have to like spell out your whole thing, like, oh, what's your thing, and then you have to take someone's phone, and it's really awkward because they're like, they look really nervous. They're like, oh my god, are they gonna look through my phone? Like, what's going on? You know. It's a whole thing.
Right.
Really worry about because the QR code is actually on my business cards.
Mm.
We got that covered.
That's the way to do it. It's like, all right, come on, here, just look, just use your phone here.
Yeah, it's like, how do I give you my information without having to do any work?
Exactly. I like that. I like the fact that you just go here, just take it.
Right. Just thrust it at them like.
Yeah, Anime NYC this year they used the QR code for their reservations. So
Yeah.
basically they you just have one QR code when you buy your ticket, but then anything you reserve, it seemed like it gets added to your QR. Any panel that you reserve, so you just scan that and then you're good to go. So
That wasn't the case for us.
yeah, oh, wasn't did you?
Yeah, our QR codes were like completely separate in different emails.
Oh, okay. Well, for me it was For me it was I used the same one for both of them. For both of them. Well, there was 3, but I only went to 2. But it was the same code. But that's interesting. The future.
Speaking of Anime NYC, Abigail, we'll start with you. You had fun over there. You were there for all 3 days. You did all your cosplays. What did you think of this year's Anime NYC?
I think it was a lot better than it has been the past couple years. Like, at least we don't have to stand out in the cold waiting to get in. As long, you know what I mean?
That's true.
I don't want to go into like a whole debate or anything like that.
Food was better.
Yeah, the food was a lot better too.
I gotta admit, the food has gotten way better at Anime NYC, and they've also influenced New York Comic Con because now some of those same vendors are in New York Comic Con.
Yeah, gotta love the boba tea too.
Yeah. Did
Not
you
too
manage to get your Tsukihime sleeve?
The what?
The Tsukihime sleeve. It's the whole reason why there was a line for the boba tea.
No, I didn't get that.
Oh man.
Didn't know about that.
That's why everyone lined up for the boba tea.
I got a keychain from the boba tea people.
Sweet.
Wait, which I think I got the boba tea from someplace else. I don't remember seeing a line for it.
Okay. There was displays in the convention center itself, and they were giving away free boba tea, right?
Yeah, I think
No,
it was,
you got a sleeve for the boba tea that was unique to Tsukihime, and that's only available at Anime NYC. Like they don't sell it online, and it's not JP exclusive. It's NYC exclusive.
Coming to consoles in 2024.
Exactly.
yeah, the place I was talking about. I think was like right in the lobby, not in the vendor area.
Okay.
Ah.
I forgot they were selling a couple things in the lobby.
The one
I did see a lot of bubble tea though.
packed.
Yeah, now I know why the vendor area was so packed.
That's a definite.
Yeah.
They were hanging out keychains, and then we're doing something else, and everybody kept telling you, "Did you get your free bubble tea?" And you saw bubble tea all over the floor because people kept dropping them.
Oh no.
To be fair, that was because the FBI agents just bumping people to recruit.
Wait, you had the FBI, the Army, and the Marines.
What?
Yeah.
Recruiting people. I guess.
Oh
They
no.
they were doing like chin-up contests. I was like, okay.
So you think you can beat Goku? Well, get on this bench press and we'll make you stronger than even Super Saiyan God mode.
I don't think they can make that guarantee.
They did. They did.
They
They did.
Oh man.
Oh no.
It's
How
very
desperate are they? I mean, come on, watch anime. We don't.
Yeah, having like a chin up competition at like an anime con. Like,
Yeah, I keep thinking that some weebs don't have chins, so
you said it, not me.
Damn.
I'm just saying how it is.
That's
Look,
right.
man, I've been a geek all my life, and chin ups has never been something I excel at.
Yeah, I've been pretty decent at it. But yeah,
Oh,
they
so-
had
so-
they had
so-
the pull-ups, they had the hold on to the bars. They had like some weird Thunderdome behind them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Wait, did people fight to the death?
Yes, allegedly.
Interesting.
They did have a fight contest. That I can say.
I'm still I was so surprised at the fact the FBI, the Marines, and the Navy was.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And it's funny because now on TikTok you'll see videos of people going, "Why is the FBI at anime?" And why?
They saw your search history.
You know, that was my first thought. Like, because when you said that the FBI was there, I was like, all right, well, who messed up? Like, who forgot to go in incognito mode? Who forgot to like use a VPN? Like, what's going on here?
No, they were recruiting, and they were recruiting hard.
Wow.
That's why.
I think we're all in trouble if they ever check any of our histories, especially, you know.
Actually, could
It's
be
like-
another reason. There were so many signs up at the con itself, like, oh, you can't take pictures here, otherwise your phone will get confiscated. I wasn't really too sure why.
I saw
Now
you
they
said
They
something
put it
about
at
them
like the
doing-
worst possible places.
Yeah, we saw. I didn't see anybody actually get their phone taken away anyway. But like right when you answered, there was a big sign: "Don't take any pictures. You take a picture, well, all right." But I didn't see anybody get their. I mean, at the panels, they're always like that. Anime, I see always like that. Well, a lot of Japanese guys don't want to be photographed, but most people understand.
Yeah.
It's very different from New York Comic. Nobody really takes pictures. Like nobody really. New York Comic Con, we don't care. We all take pictures, but that's how we're
Dude, I
gonna
got
take
to get a picture with
Yeah,
Kano Yoshiki. I was
Yeah.
so happy.
Oh.
We got Kono Yoshiki. Oh, and Ralph, after you left, we managed to get Albert too.
Yeah, I saw you. I think Shen sent me the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun with the Fate FGO, and that and Shen were like, oh, you should just. And that has some of the videos. You'll see it when he puts it out. They were so excited.
Top 10 moments of my life.
Aw.
So Abigail, just so we can I see we're nearing the mark over here. Let everybody know where they can find you, all the good stuff, so they can go check you out. What are your next conventions and whatnot, and what's your next plan for your next cosplay? There you go, nice roundup.
My next con is going to be WinterCon, which is in a couple of weeks at the World. I always blank on the name, huh?
Resort.
It's
the
the World
World
Casino, yeah, World Resort
World-
Casino, yeah.
Yes. You will be able to find me on. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Because we are going to be at WinterCon ourselves.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know what
Oh,
happened.
no problem. Don't worry about it.
I'm on Instagram, as you can see here, my Instagram profile, full of lives. I'm also on TikTok as a different handle, the Cosmic Firefox 2000, which
Oh, cool.
I might change to Mcheretic to make it easier. What else am I on? I'm on Twitch, also as Mcheretic. I have IMDb. What else? Rumble. My account there's a doorknob at the moment. Same with X.
We know how you feel about X because we're the same with X.
No, I love that.
Yes,
I find
you
my
and your
X
X
videos.
videos.
Yeah.
It's
what
no
else?
longer a meme.
Yeah, no longer a meme. It's just a force of a habit calling it X instead of Twitter.
Oh no, I meant finding the videos.
Oh yeah. Not very active on there. I'm on Discord as well as Mcheretic. That I'm still learning my way around. mostly use it for messaging friends right now, but I'm still
And
learning.
a lot of people use that for that.
Yeah. What else? Cosplays. Sometimes I don't give away who I'm working on. Sometimes I'll just give out like hints of who I'm doing until I'm like finished or just about finished with the cosplay.
I like those. I like that. Yeah.
And there are like with cosplay, like I've got like at least 3 different levels of cosplay, like different tiers. Like you've got like tier 3. We'll just do 3, like 3 to 1. Tier 3, like you've got like the simple fabric kind of cosplay, like bodysuits, shirt and pants kind of thing. Then you have like tier 2, which is like semi elaborate, semi armor kind of thing, like my casual Elita one.
Right.
What else? Like Rydia from Final Fantasy IV is another example of that, I think. What else? Y'shtola is another example. Final Fantasy 14, Y'shtola. Just an example. And then you have like tier 1, which are like huge armor builds. Lightning from Final Fantasy 13-2, Fran from Final Fantasy 12, Spiral from X-Men, Elita 1, Transformers Prime fan made Elita 1. So I always keep track of that.
This way you take a few
Yeah.
lines and they fit in the luggage.
Because I just like figure out how to organize my luggage when I'm like dragging them from like one place to another, where I need to go.
Yeah, you are busy. You are everywhere. And I love what you do.
You.
Charities.
Yeah. Another event I'm going to is a charity event for Toys of Hope.
Oh, cool.
Blacking out on names. Wow.
It's that kind of day.
The place.
Don't worry. We do so many events that I start to lose names all the time.
Yeah, that's true. NYCC.
Oh man, it's so funny that I usually see you at all these events, and for the past couple of events I haven't seen you. And then I'm leaving yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, there she is." That's how I caught you yesterday.
Always bump into each other at like funny moments.
Well, we do, yeah, that we do. It's good to see you, and it's good to have you on the show. And anytime you want to come on, geek out with the rest of the geeks, you're more than welcome to.
Thank you.
So, guys, is there anything else we need to talk about?
Who is the most underrated waifu for all of you?
Oh, that's exactly what Nat was doing, running around the con.
No. Now it's their turn. Who is your most underrated waifu?
I've never given that consideration.
I have 2.
Go.
Conan from Naruto.
Conan.
And
Wait, which one's Conan?
blue hair, origami.
Oh, her. Yeah, I think it's Conan.
Yeah.
Very underrated.
And then the one that joins Sasuke with the red hair.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, with the glasses. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Conan? I think her name's Karen.
Karen.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say Conan.
It's one of those. Yeah. But yeah, that's my.
You got Mata thinking over there.
I'm not thinking. There's nothing going on in here.
I'll go with Ukyo for round 1/2. I think round 1/2 is underrated in general. It's unfortunate because it'll never be on TV or anything because there's too much nudity. But I love Riku Takahashi's round 1/2. So I'll say Ukyo. That was my favorite girl from that show. I'll go with Ukyo.
Okay.
You're writing it down on the big board, aren't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. Miguel and Mata, if you could please. It could even be a character you feel doesn't get enough love.
There's nothing going on in my brain. I don't put me on the spot like this.
Yeah.
I can't X Ralph. He doesn't know enough anime.
I don't either, actually.
Here
My
you go,
knowledge is very limited.
I can sit here and go, that girl from that show, from that girl from that thing.
The girl with the big hair and like the sparkly stuff.
Exactly.
And like that will cover a lot of bases.
The one with the big eyes.
And I do watch anime, but I don't remember any of the names on anything. So
The one with the big eyes. The one where she sweats, there's a big bead of sweat on the back of her head. That one. The one that says Baka. that one.
Yeah.
One.
That's really narrowing it down.
Yeah.
Did you
Oh,
answer your
easy. That's
question?
Tiger from Toradora. There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Man,
Oh, Tiger's awesome. That's a good one.
I love
Yeah, that is a good one.
I don't know if she's
Yeah,
underrated,
that's
but
a
that's
good
a
one.
good. That's a good show. That's a good anime, man.
It's such a
It
good
is.
anime.
That's a good anime. And I don't really mess with the romance stuff, but that's a good one.
That was a really good anime. Yeah, I agree.
Halfway through the anime.
Me and Mystic just watched it for the first time, and man,
It's like you start watching it, and next thing you know, bam, you finish. You
I haven't had.
You don't even notice. It just goes like that's such a good anime.
Dude, I gotta say, I was annoyed when it finished. I was like, wait, there should be more.
Listen,
Ralph watched Tora.
Yeah.
listen. I haven't had post-anime depression in a long time, but that one was it. Post-anime depression is real.
Oh.
Rob, we'll watch Naruto. We'll watch One Piece, but he watched Tora.
Yep.
Shoot.
That's a really good anime, though. That's a good one. You're gonna watch
Piece
one
is
anime.
good.
If you
I
want to
just
watch
don't
one
have
anime,
time
it's a
to
good choice.
invest in all that 1,000 episodes.
Yeah.
And Naruto is good too, but I the first time I saw it was the American dub version, and believe it, just messed the whole show up.
Oof.
Believe it.
Oh man, it's the woman from Lab Rats, man. Come on, leave it.
All right, I do have one thing over here to show you guys because our friend Rich was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
But he wasn't able to make it. So I will show off his Kickstarter.
Yes.
It is. Here we go. Reign of
He's
Dracula.
getting there. He's
It's
getting
at
there.
3,844. 90 backers, 8 days to go. Come on, folks. We need to get them to 5,000. We can get them to 6,000. Come on. We got more than enough days.
You know,
to do this.
let's be bold and say 7,000.
There you go. And dude, this stuff is fantastic. If you guys have read any of Richard's stuff, he really does well with these characters.
Yes.
The art is always beautiful. I can't say more than go ahead.
I needed to fund so I can have. I needed to fund so I can see myself in a book.
I forgot about that.
It's all I've been thinking about.
Aw.
So help
Yes.
Jordan be in a book. Help
Yeah.
this fund. Come on, folks. We
Yet
can have
another reason to
Jordan
back
be in
it.
a book.
Help this fund so he can make issues 3 and 4 so I can see myself in a book.
Make a dream come true here, everyone.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't you already in a book?
No.
Yeah, you're in a book. You're in like page 3. They revealed it on stream by accident.
Of what? Of
Who was here 3 weeks ago?
I don't remember 3 days ago.
Yeah, I don't even remember 3 hours ago. You're asking me to recall a lot here.
I'm like, you're
Unless
asking
we're-
the wrong people.
All right.
Don't ask me about the 3 weeks.
unless we're talking about this Kickstarter, but
Yeah, it could
No,
be
there
this
was another Kickstarter
He
where
was
you're
here 3
in
weeks
it,
ago.
and they revealed it by accident.
But I think
they were
that was
like,
for
sure.
a different story though. That wasn't for Dracula. Like make him be in Dracula.
well,
Yeah.
Rich.
Jordan's goal is to be in a book. He's in
Well,
a book.
no, because
No, he wants to be in this one specifically.
well, I am because when we had Rich on last time, Nathan said something about putting me on the cover, and Rich was like, "Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yes.
inside one of the books.
yeah, that's the
That's this
series."
book. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
But he-
has to fund in order for him to be in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I think that's everything, folks. Unless you guys are remembering something that I'm not
Uh,
remembering.
Bunny
I mean,
rabbits.
I mean, I didn't go to Anime NYC, but I'll just contribute something anime, I guess.
Yay!
Here's my contribution for you.
Let's go.
Amazing.
One of the best animes of 2020.
That is cap. That is cap.
I know.
You're saying that with Cyberpunk right there.
Hey, I said one of. And if you
And
want,
JJK.
and if you want, we don't talk about them right now. Mappa might be dying soon.
Yeah.
Listen, they gave their heart and soul for that.
Okay, fine. Best anime of 2003.
That is cap, and you know it. That is cap, and you know it.
Listen, man, I haven't. I just love that anime, man.
All right, folks.
Quickly, I'll tell my favorite story. Anime is my favorite. There's a lot of things I could say, but I'll tell this quick story.
Go for it.
I'll probably, you know me, I'll probably be saying these little stories throughout the year, like always. But anyway, so at the my favorite moment was at the Losu Gundam Witch from Mercury panel. So they had the two voice actresses, the ones who voiced Suletta and Mercury, Kana Ichinase, I think I said her name right, and the other actress's name is Lynn, Lynn, so her name is easy. So they asked them, the favorite moment was, they asked them, what was your favorite moment in the anime? They asked them. So Kana Ichinase, Ichinase, Kana, let's say. She was cool because like every other, because she knows a little bit of English, so every other word in Japanese she would say something in English. So it was like looking like, just like with as much anime as I watch, whatever, I can kind of like piece together what she was saying without the translators. That was pretty cool. But yeah, but that was pretty cool. It was like I had like Google Translator in my head. so
Nice.
That was awesome. But so she told the story like what was her favorite moment in anime. I won't spoil anything in anime, so don't worry about that. She said she pointed out a very like pivotal moment for her character. She showed that and everything, and then they showed the scene on. They showed the scene on the big screen that they had, and she said that moment. So you know, it was a very pivotal moment. You know, with a character where really came into being. You know, all that stuff. Okay. When they went over to Lynn, like Lynn was like a Gundam fan all her life. So when they went to Kid, he said, "What's your favorite scene?" You just showed like a big mecha battle, and it was like, "What?" It's like, and she was like, "Yo, man, it's Gundam, man." We're like, "Come on." So I thought that was pretty funny. So.
Nice.
There's two kinds of people in this world.
Yeah.
There's
I always
true
feel like
women wanted the world.
One Piece always has this joke, like whenever they talk about mecha, like all the guys are excited and all the women have this blank stare on their face, like like what are you doing? Like who cares, you know? So which is usually how I feel whenever I talk about mecha with like anybody. Like, oh, who cares? But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool.
I do want to thank Knights of the Abyss and show off their video because it's an amazing thing. I'll let it talk for itself.
Saw that fire trailer just now? Well, what if I told you you could own a piece of that anime? If you head on over to WeFunder.com, you can invest and claim a part of it for yourself, thus making this more than just your regular anime. This is fan-owned, people. Check it out.
Trailer still gives me chills.
I never get tired of seeing it.
Me neither.
I remember I watched it like 4 times in one day. That when like as soon as I learned about it, I'm like, that looks so cool. Looks
Dude,
so
I scroll on Instagram and I run into it and I still watch the whole thing.
Yeah, you just have to stop and just appreciate it.
And they helped us out because they helped us get into Anime NYC. So we can do our thing and run around and do all the beautiful stuff that we did there. Knight, thank you very much for everything. And we're going to keep showing your stuff till you get where you need to go. I think he's trying to reach 15,000 and he's doing pretty good.
I think 50,000.
Yeah. You still got it open?
She's invested.
I think we're all invested.
Yeah, they're going for 50,000 and they're $16,250 in. So like,
okay, there you go.
Let's
because he
get
told
this
me
going.
that they were like halfway already. I'm not halfway.
No, they're not, but
Well,
they
well,
could
it's
be.
just the amount of money. There you go. But of course, they need to get to 50,000. So let's help them out.
Yeah, dude, animation is expensive.
It is.
It is.
And it takes a lot of time.
Oh god, yeah.
You ever try to do it? It was like a whole class just to get like maybe 10 seconds on
Exactly.
It takes a long time.
Yeah, I dabbled in it a
Animation
while back, and it was like it took me like I think 80 hours to do like probably something less than a minute. Like it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm gonna animate someone like dancing, and like, yeah, that's great to do for your first try at animation.
Yeah. Like there are some animations that, you can only get like 2.5 seconds of film done in one day. So yeah, it's that hard to accomplish. Maybe that's why they're like so expensive.
Oh, definitely.
It's time
It's a lot of
consuming.
labor and time, yeah. Abigail should know. She's done her stuff.
Maybe.
All right, folks. Yeah. All right, folks. I see we are almost at the 30 mark, which means we should have been finished ages ago, but we're having so much fun geeking out.
Ralph
With
really
that-
wants the bingo.
Have to go.
It's time to go. Look, Scott
I'm
Pilgrim.
kidding.
All right, folks. I will end it with the beautiful trailer that Well, I guess it is a trailer that Matt has done himself, editing and all that good stuff. You want to hire somebody to do some good stuff for you? Hire Nat. He'll
Yeah.
make some good stuff for you.
Doesn't change. He has a TikTok logo on it.
So, ladies and gentlemen,